Hi, my name is Susan.
Hi, my name's Verity.
And we have been to EGX and we had a look at quite a few games.
Yes,
so...
we have. I quite like Poncho, the poncho-wearing robot.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, it really is a robot wearing a poncho.
Not only was he cute, but it was quite clever because it was a platform level, but it was parallax and it had depth. And the guy that one of the developers had said that they designed it with that. Games were very parallax in the old days, and so the backgrounds would move and things were all slightly different. But in this game, you can actually move between the different levels. So there were kind of three, as far as I could see, there were only 3 levels of depth in the levels that I was in. But you could use the trigger buttons on the controller to jump between the different levels. A bit like in the way that Fez worked, when you could twist the world and stuff.
It's like you're forcing you to think in 3 dimensions, almost, isn't it? But that was hilarious. Like you kept pressing the wrong button, and like you meant to be jumping back, but then you'd like jump forward off a cliff or something.
Yeah, I wasn't very good at remembering which was forward and which was back.
It was hilarious. It's just because you like cursed the exact same way every time you did it.
Every single time. But other than that, it looked like it had potential, because then I got out of that kind of first level and then the world suddenly opened up and you just you jumped off this bridge and then you fell down into this forest and there was a whole load of levels underneath. So yeah, it looked quite interesting.
I was quite curious about Super Mixtape because I like games where you set your own beat and like very music oriented games, and then it just turned out that I'm just really crap at Super Mixtape. So the concept behind Super Mixtape is that you are a mixtape. The setup was quite cute. They had like little Commodores and did you see it? Yeah. It was adorable. With like the little tape in it. And it was even labelled like mix, like it is in the game. Cool. It was so cute. It was adorable. But the game, I hate the game. But that's only because I'm so bad at it. Anyway, yeah, so you're like this little mixtape journeying along and you can move like left and right. But you can like jump over things as well. But the jumping is like you flick like a little lever on like the left side and the right side of the tape. So in order to jump distances, you kind of need to run and then flick and then you go flying. And I found the control system like really difficult to get to grips with, because then instead of like jumping, I just ended up like rocking back and forth.
That's all I saw you doing. Just rocking back.
But it was just really bad. And then to like add like an extra dimension, to it, there was also that kind of like, if you get to a certain section and then you can play the B side, so you would flip around and then the world would change, like you'd see the back side of things, which is quite interesting. And was good for like puzzle solving and things like that. But then then they introduced like beats where the music would change and parts of the level would change as well, depending on what music was playing. And you could use that to switch tracks, as it were, to make different platforms move in order to get you to certain places. But it's just the puzzles were like, and because I wasn't very good at like the controls anyway, it just made solving the puzzles like even worse. So in the end I was just kind of like had to like give up and like walk away with my head like hanging.
It did look hard actually, I was saying, just in terms of manoeuvring.
Yeah.
But it was pretty good. I played a game called Masquerade that was quite interesting.
I saw that. I want to give that a go.
It was, the guy described it to me as a cross between Dragon Age and Baldur's Gate. And it was very kind of Baldur's Gate-y in that kind of top-down. You've got your team. I suppose the Dragon Age element was that when you were attacked, you could pause and then issue commands to your team, and you had various different magey type powers or sword fighting powers. It had a kind of very Renaissance Venetian feel to it. Everybody had masks on, but I guess that's the whole masquerade element of it. And I think the lead voice guy was the guy who did Dorian's voice. It sounded a lot like him. It may have just been somebody ripping him off, but it sounded a lot like Dorian from Dragon Age. Yeah, no, it was interesting, but I don't know, I didn't play it. I personally never really got on with Baldur's Gate.
Really?
Just, which is odd because I love RPGs, but I just always found it really boring. So, and this one kind of, I don't know if it's the style of the game or what, but I kind of felt a similar sort of thing. It was just a lot of running, and then that kind of blood smear would appear on the floor and you're like, oh, you're about to get attacked, because there just seemed to always be a blood smear when combat was about to happen. And then there was just a lot of thrashing. Prison Architect, yeah. We went to visit their stand, it was quite an interesting... They'd obviously put a lot of effort and time into building their stand, which was set up as kind of 4 jail cells altogether. Prison Architect, the game, has been out in early access for, I think, certainly the game's been around for about 3 years, and it's been a long road, and they're going to full release it on the 6th of October. And the game is a... what's the type of game?
It's a sim.
It's a simulation where you have to build a maximum security. Actually, you can also build a minimum security prison for currently only male prisoners, but
female
prisoners will be coming soon. And
they all look suspiciously like oranges and black characters.
They really do. It's quite impressive, actually, how they...
The guy showed us like the character sheet, just like they look really familiar. Like even though they're just like pixels, they really do look familiar.
It was weird because they were just round blobs with faces, but they really did look like the characters. It was quite impressive. And yeah, it's the most recent release has added loads more features now, and it's very playable. I mean, I started playing it about 10, 15 releases ago, I think, and even then it was pretty addictive. You kind of... Actually, that's not true. The very first time I got it on Steam, I opened it up and it just started. There was no like intro, there was no explanation, and I was just like, I have no idea what's going on. So I put it aside for quite a while, but then they improved that pretty quickly. It's got a huge community. It's very popular, as was evidenced at the stand.
And the stand itself was good fun. Like, you said they put a lot of effort into, so that each cell had like a different thing about... You could get your mugshot taken.
Yeah.
There was... computers set up in places that had, awful little clocks and dirty little toilets. Fake toilets and things, and
pretty grim.
And then there was that guy who was dressed as like a police officer.
Oh yeah, they had a security guard.
Yeah, a security guard who would like every now and then sort of like bang his truncheon on the bars, which is quite funny.
He was certainly quite threatening. And then of course I put you in the electric chair.
Yeah, thanks for
and
that.
threw the switch
without hesitation, I might add.
You looked like you had it coming.
How did I look like I had it coming?
You just look like a crim. It had to be done.
SteamWorld Heist was an interesting one.
Yeah, I really like SteamWorld Heist. I mean, I played SteamWorld Dig on... I think I originally played it on the PC, and then I played it again on my PlayStation 4, actually. It came out recently on there. And SteamWorld Heist appears to be set in the same world with the mechanical robots that live in a kind of... Wild West setting, and SteamWorld High seems to be more about... It's a turn-based shoot 'em up where obviously you're a bunch of good robots. We didn't get much of an intro into the game; we just kind of dropped into it. But you're a bunch of good robots. You're kind of breaking into like tunnels, obviously underground, which kind of alludes back to SteamWorld Dig, where you used to mine down into tunnels.
Oh, was that what that was about?
Yeah. Did you'd never played SteamWorld Dig?
No. But when I was playing this game, it made me think a bit of like Abe's Odyssey, like the setting. Yeah. The setting and the whole kind of upper and lower level platform and things.
Yeah.
And the bouncing bullets thing was quite interesting.
Yeah, that was really nice. Actually.
It was so turn-based, you could move and you could shield behind things, kind of like in XCOM, right?
Yeah.
Dean described it as XCOM but with bouncing bullets, and he's kind of right.
Oh yeah, I think he's pretty much spot on. I mean, any difference obviously is XCOM is more 3D and this is
side-scroller
sort
of platform thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was quite fun. I like the way that some of the little characters would like say stuff as you were like shooting at them.
Yeah.
Like I hit one, like I missed one and just knocked off his hat, and he was like, my hat!
A lot of the robots have bowler hats on, which I just think is quite nice anyway. But it was... I like the fact... in fact, the whole NINDY concept I'm really quite behind, because it means that my 3DS is going to be opened up to a whole new set of games that I might not necessarily... I would have to have considered a different portable device that I couldn't get access to before, so...
But things like Shovel Knight work on the 3DS like really well.
Yeah, exactly. And I think this new direction that Nintendo's going on is a good one.
Yeah.